I cannot lie, my Go Tribe. Today, I actually woke up fuming, just angry, just annoyed, because I sat down to think, like, wait, really nothing works in Nigeria. Like, absolutely nothing works in Nigeria. And my vex started from yesterday. I was trying to do the whole PVC thing. When it comes to anything that has to do with portals online, they do not work. How can you fill a form, an INEC form online? You go through the process, you do everything, and when it comes to capturing your image, you have to do the still one and the smiling one. Once you get to that point, they tell you, Literally, I stood in bright lights, bright everything, picture looking perfect, but when it's uploaded, it says, oh, sorry. First of all, today's on, it says, oh, your photo has been successful. And then later on, it says it was rejected. Why is this? And then you give us till the 17th to get all this done. And then when I ask the system, okay, is there a location where I could go capture? You tell me no. Why is this? Why is it that in 2026, this is my ID card? This is my NIN. For the love of God, after so many years, why can't I have an actual bloody ID card? Why am I walking around with a laminated piece of freaking paper? Why is that? And what pains me is that there are certain things I have to do online, and then they ask me for my ID, my Nigerian ID card, and they tell you take a picture of the front and take a picture of the back. Honey, there is no goddamn back. That's a piper. Now, let's even speak about the one that is vexing me the most. My driver's license expired in December. They gave me a piece of bullshit paper and they said, oh, it's going to take some time to get done. Till today, we're in April. I still do not have my driver's license. Why is this? Why is it that when it comes to progress in this country, there ain't nothing working correctly? We are so shameful at this point. It really, really irks my heart, honestly. On an average day, you wake up just fuming for no reason. You just wake up in a bad mood. First of all, people say, oh, you're not sleeping. We sleep for what? When we have things to be bothered about. They even tried at a point to say, oh, before you get your Nigerian passport, you have to go online, do the pre-form and everything. And guess what? The people who work under the passport control thing, they got vexed that now people were not physically coming to the office so they can get their tips, so they block the process online. You can never get anything done online. Why is that? Isn't it a shame in 2026 that we don't have any functioning parts of Nigeria, and then people come and tell me, oh, please allow people vote who they want to vote? Man, kiss my mother effing ass at this point. I want to have leaders that work, leaders that worry about the people, that cater for the people. You guys are so busy worrying about your own private, personal fucking pockets, and you're telling me, oh, let people vote who they want to vote. No, you cannot. No, you should not be able to vote who you want to vote, because you're so incompetent in the first place. Because if I don't care how much money you're being offered, if you can look at a system that doesn't function and you tell me, oh, they're trying, oh, this man, woo, don't let me get into this shit today because I'm pissed. You want to silence the average Nigerian. You want to tell us that our voices don't count. You block us at every single corner. Freaking INEC application just to get your voter's card is a problem. First of all, you try to do the whole nonsense of, oh, you need to revalidate. Why? But okay, no problem. Let's do it. We still can't access any portals that work. You feel me? So yes, we are frustrated. We are tired of bad leadership. We do not want the present leadership because it doesn't work. Look at our darling president. Barely you would see him respond to anything that goes on in Nigeria. People get killed in just silence. Not even city boy movements. They don't even come out to speak of nothing that happens in Nigeria. All they talk about is renewed hope. Which renewed hope? Focus on the one that we are dealing with now, but no. But when it comes to laughing and bashing and talking about ADC, you guys can laugh? You guys have time for that? What is going on with all these childish behaviors? Our leaders are supposed to focus on important things, but of course they never do. people even ask me, oh, well, if this APC is not working and this one is not working, who do you want us to vote for? You need me to tell you who to vote for? You don't have a brain to think for yourself? You need me to hold your hand too? Do you also need me to force feed you? You don't know what is right and wrong? You cannot analyze what is going on in Nigeria and think more than you already think? Huh? Are you so empty that you cannot decide for yourselves? Open your eyes and look at everything going on in Nigeria. Look at all the candidates we have right now and tell me your brain doesn't know who. At this point, like I keep saying, at this point, we don't know what works. All we know is that with this voice we're starting to have today, we are never again going to allow them oppress us. Doesn't matter who is in power. We will fight for the rights of the people regardless. Anyone who enters power and sits on that seat needs to know that Nigerian people are done. It's not today we started speaking about progress. It's not today we started protesting. It's not today. As you can see, it's been going for years. But we need to get to the point where we say enough is enough and we put our foot down and say, okay, gata, But please give me something that works, yo. Give me something that works. INEC, what's up? What's up? Like, come on. What are we doing? Make it available for the public to upload online, or I don't even know at this point. Anyway, let me stop vexing because I don't want to mess up my voice today. Mama got other things to do and this voice has to be strong. Have a wonderful day.